Hello, my name is Abel Candelaria, and this is my informative speech. And it's about the history of filmmaking. And during the early 1870s, a man named Louis Le Prince created the motion picture camera, but it wasn't working well, so he had to replace it. But Thomas Edison took the credit in 1877 with William Kennedy and Larry Dickinson in 1888, and it's known as the kinograph that actually made it able to capture motion. And in the 20s, they had silent films, and they were just mostly slapstick comedies or remade horror movies. And Charlie Chaplin was revolutionized the industry for 5 decades until the talkies came later on in the 30s and 40s with Technicolor, and ever since it's been in our pop culture, and 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 it shows different techniques every director uses. Like for example, in the Bourne Identity series, the director uses shaky cam to make it intensify in the action, and there's and also pan outs. It's another tech as another that directors use to show vistas, mostly in Western films, mostly John Wayne flicks, just to show nature in its glory. And and in the Master of Horror, James Wan, he did the Conjuring series. He's now doing Aquaman, which is another genre he's doing right now, and this is one of his techniques he's been using for his new film Aquaman, which is coming out in December. Watches as he closely pans in to the action where Queen Mare is running away from Atlantean guards. And this is what they call a tracking shot. So the audience can see everything that's happening until right here when they did a jump cut right there. And uh, and that's what they mostly use in filmmaking, which it's an escapism for all of us. And yeah, and that's mostly it. I could tell you more. Later on in history, Le Prince actually got some credit for making the first motion picture camera, but he didn't have a patent at the time in the United States, so he was trying to do it in Europe while fixing a new camera so it could be fully functional. But Thomas Harrison got credit from his employees that were working under him at the time, and he had patents and everything. So he uh, he got the credit in history, and and that's all. Bye.